welcome back to my channel. My name's Amy. Thank you for joining me, and this is the third health update video. I'll start by saying I will be discussing women's health. I will be discussing internal scans. Yeah, if that's not your bag, watch one of my other normal day-to-day videos instead, because yeah, it can get a bit in-depth. I'm trying to say everything that's happening in case people are having a similar situation and sort of want to be prepared. I'm also just trying to log it all, so for myself as well, really, because it's hard to remember everything that's happened. So yeah, we left last video. If you haven't watched my other two, go and watch them first and then come here for this update. But we left video 2 on that I was waiting for a scan appointment. I'd been referred and I was waiting for that appointment letter. So I have recorded some clips from the last week or so, so we'll go and watch them and then we'll come back to me and I'll update you. So excuse my shiny face, I'm just got my post and I think I've got, it's a letter from the hospital, so I assume that this is going to be my scan appointment, so I'll open it and let you know. Yes, so it is my pelvic, well, it says pelvis transvaginal scan, and it's going to be on the 14th of March. So you'll probably be seeing this after I've had it, because I imagine I'll do this in an update. It's just telling me, it says, this is a harmless and completely painless examination of your pelvic area. You will not be asked to undress for this examination, but it is advisable to wear loose clothing. You will be shown into the ultrasound room, where you will be asked to lie on the examination couch. Ultrasound gel will be placed on your lower abdomen. A radiographer will then gently move the ultrasound probe over you to produce a picture. With your permission, it may be necessary to perform an internal scan to gain more information. This is performed when your bladder is empty and should not be uncomfortable. The examination lasts approximately 20 minutes. So it tells me that I need to have a full bladder for the external examination, but I assume if they need to go internal, they'll make me go for a wee before they do that. But like I say, this will be in the update vlog. So back to Amy of the future, or am I Amy of the no, I'm Amy from the past. Back to Amy from the future. So today is the 14th of March and it is scan day. So I'm about to have my water before my appointment. I've got to drink a litre of water, which I've worked out is about 1.5 bottles of the water bottle that I've got. So I'm going to drink that, go for my scan, and then I will let you know afterwards what happened. So let me just adjust you a bit, because you're... There we go. So the last clip was just before I went for my scan, and we're now a week later because I just needed to get my head around what happened. But so let's start from the beginning. So I had to drink my water and go for the scan. So I went to radiography, where the letter told me to go, and they directed me to go across the hall to the ultrasound department, which is where pregnant ladies go for their scans, as there was a machine in there that you could buy your scan picture from and things. So I went there. The lady called me in, and I laid on the bed as it said in the letter. I just wore like a dress and leggings, so that I could just pull my dress up and pull my leggings down a little bit. And she scanned my abdomen, and then took pictures. She did, it was maybe like a couple of minutes of doing that, and she was pressing, and she said, "I'm sorry, I'm pressing," and I was like, "That's okay, but I do have a full bladder." So we did that, and then she said she was gonna do the internal one as well. So she sent me off for a wee, came back, took my bottom half off, laid back on the bed, and she got the probe, which was basically a long, thin bit of plastic, really, that with sort of a bigger bit that she held, and she inserted that, and that took a bit longer. She gave me like a cushion, a plastic cushion to put under my bum, so my bum was lifted a little bit, and she did a lot of different manoeuvres. At one point she asked me to lift my bum off the cushion, so I was effectively sort of balancing on my feet and my shoulders. She took a lot of photos. I think that probably lasted about 10 minutes. It wasn't painful. It was more comfortable than a smear test, a cervical screening test, if ever you've had one of those, which they're fine as well. But yeah, it was more comfortable than that. Probably the most uncomfortable part was the fact that this lady was, had a machine inside me and was doing that, but that's her job. She'll have done that many times. So she did that, and then once she'd finished, she said to me that she could see features of PCOS. So she was going to send the scans to my doctor, and I would need to ring them the next day and make an appointment to discuss them. So I was quite surprised, because I didn't expect the ultrasound lady to be diagnosing anything. I just assumed that she would take the scan and then I would wait for the results. So yeah, basically, as well as the hypothyroidism, it does sound like I also have PCOS. When I've been Googling, it says that I think it's something like 12 cysts or more that are present would mean features of PCOS. But obviously it's difficult, because you go to a medical practitioner and they tell you that you've got this condition, any condition, and then you're given medication or whatever you need to deal with that medication, with that condition, but then you're sent on your way and that's it. You have to do your own research, and there's a lot of conflicting things online, which makes it so difficult. But yeah, so I mulled on it that night. It was a lot to take in, even though originally that's what I thought I had, and that's why I went to the doctors. It was still not a shock, but something to get my head around. And I rang the doctors the next day, and they said that they'd got the scans and my doctor would discuss them with me when I go to discuss the results of my next blood test. So my next blood test isn't until, I think it's the 12th of April. Today is the 22nd of March. The scan that I had was the 14th of March. So I'm kind of in limbo until, I think it's the 19th of April, when I have my appointment to discuss these results. I don't know if there's any medication that you go on if you have PCOS. It's something that's not curable, the same as hypothyroidism. And obviously I've got medication for that. I don't know if you do get medication for this. I don't know what the next step will be. It's all a bit of a guessing game. But in a very random turn of events, I came on my period a couple of days ago. There was a little bit of what I thought was spotting, and I wondered if it was because I'd had the probe, I'd been examined, you know, if it had done something inside, because sometimes when you go for your cervical screening they can give you a little pad afterwards just in case you bleed a little bit. So I wondered if it was sort of similar to that, but it seems to be that I'm having a period, which I haven't had since October last year. So that sort of surprised me, but it's a good thing. That's a good thing. And I'll obviously mention that to the doctor when I see her next, because before it was that I was having no periods. I know with both hypothyroidism and PCOS, that affects your menstrual cycles. So it could be that I am having irregular periods, or, well, I don't know until next month. But by April, by the next appointment with the doctor, I might be sort of around the time that I would be due again. So we'll see. So that's where I'm at. It's definitely hypothyroidism. I've got features of PCOS, which I am taking to think that I have PCOS as well. Certainly sounds that way. I have had a period. And just to add to it, I got my letter the other day for my cervical screening. So that's the third thing. That'll be the third person/instrument that will be going inside me, to put it bluntly. But that will be sometime in April. Yeah, you'd think they'd have been able to do it at the same time, but I suppose it's a different department in a sense. So that's where we are at the moment, and my next update probably won't be for a while, because like I say, I'm not at the doctor's again until the 19th of April, which is about 4 weeks. In fact, I think it is 4 weeks today. So I'll do an update then. In the meantime, I'll be back to my normal chatty vlogs. Last week I decorated my downstairs loo, so there is a video of that. And I'm going away this weekend to see my friends, but I'm not sure if I'm vlogging that or if I'm gonna just enjoy the weekend without filming everything, but we'll see, because I do enjoy videoing and it's good to look back on the memories. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe, leave a friendly comment, please like this video, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.